I don't know if that's going to be enough to stop the force of Double Cloud that Mystery and Vinnie are bringing to the table.
Yeah, Double Cloud, man, like, no matter what your game plan is, no matter what your team composition is, no matter what kind of brilliant scheme you came up with, nairs, more nairs, and then cross slash.
Up airs happen too. Down airs,
you have
back
a great
air.
day.
A lot of aerial
So
pressure.
many good buttons that Cloud can press, and unfortunately, it's really hard to deal with that, especially with the fact that the combos situations are so easy to obtain by just throwing out one hitbox and then volleying with the nairs. But something else is that the Mr. E and Vinnie, both being very solid players themselves solo, regardless of the Double Cloud, their neutral play and their intelligence of situations, they're going to be able to get those good defensive situations like Locus and Pug were doing. They're going to be covering themselves very well, and I don't know how they're going to come out on top of this. No matter where you are constantly. This man is crazy. He's running the entire thing. He's streaming. He's making sure everything is running right, keeping people who are trying to leave the place in check, and making sure the commentary schedule, which got completely shambled, is back on track.
Yeah, I'm no stranger to shambolic schedules. That's new. Being a TO, though, a little different. I'm not a TO.
Well, with the way that you're handling this today,
Maybe a TO.
your crew is handling this well, I'll say that. So we're going to move into Grand Finals, starting off on Final Destination. What do you think about this for the red team versus the composition of Double Cloud and that team?
You know, they sure love Final Destination. We've seen Pugwest and Locus take their opponents and be okay with being taken to Final Destination all day, but I really feel like this was a fault in their planning.
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually just happened to notice this. Locus is playing Bayonetta.
That is correct. This is a character that is well practiced. We've seen it here at AON before, and I feel like now is the perfect time for him to be breaking it out today, as I believe this is its first appearance on stream.
Okay, so yeah, this is very interesting, you know, and the fact that if Locus, oh my goodness, Pugwest is going to eat that down there and take that stock off the side, but the fact that Locus would have been harassed on his landings when it comes to the focus attack kind of removes it, but then when you have Bayonetta, the way that we saw like Blair kind of approaching it, you can kind of harass a lot more. But as we're seeing a lot of volleys coming in from the green team early on, even though they have a lot of percent on them, Might is going to lose the stock and not get clipped by that finishing touch. Great awareness on Locus to get that off.
The back air from Locus is going to be able to bring him back in this, and however, we're seeing stocks drop left and right. We're looking at the tied stock count, and Pugwest sitting in the danger zone. Both the clouds right on top of him. Locus is going to throw himself in the mix to try and alleviate some of that pressure.
Yeah, you know, good coverage attempt by Vinnie, trying to get that F smash in. Pugwest decided to land in front, but noticing that and running away straight to the ledge. Good coverage. Once again, Locus has done a great job whenever Pug is buried by the corner, immediately forgetting whoever he's playing and go run to save his opponent.
I feel like he's looking a little bit inspired of what Glare was able to bring into Losers Finals, the way that he's performing with his Bayonetta, although different in execution, very much the same in spirit of how he's looking towards the back. He's looking to move in for those kills or alleviate pressure where available, and I feel like that's exactly what Pugwest needed.
Well, this man was going for the single hit side B to get the drag down. That would have actually been very good to reverse that edge guard situation and end up with a stock from Glare. I'm sorry, Locus. But unfortunately, ended up losing his stock, and Locus made it back, and now we're looking at a 3-2 situation here.
Things sitting in favor of Red Team, very much a different tone from how we've previously seen Mr. E and Vinnie operating today.
Well, Mr. E and Vinnie, once again, still, oh my god, gets a call out on that down B, but it's not going to kill. That would have been huge. They could have forced the 2v1 situation. I'm sorry, the stock share situation. And actually hits his teammate with the F smash, minor misspacing there.
Yeah, some remarkable cross-team combos coming out. But nonetheless, both teams managing to hang it in there, keeping a constant fighting against who has control of this stage. Pugwest looking to be the sole survivor at the center stage, trying to get something for Red Team to further this lead.
And Locus once again burying Mr. E off the side of the stage. Interesting call on the up air, trying to maybe get some pressure off of him, but that's going to lead to a stock. And now Vinnie currently behind 2-1. And
He's just going to do it.
Yeah, it looks like he was just kind of giving in because why waste your time putting yourself through that much stress and that much agony of trying to get that 2v1 when you're already up on winner's side in grand finals, and that's a large deficit to cover. So you know what? Put it in your back pocket, throw it away. They got it. Move on. So very smart on his idea. They're just going to end it right away. We're going to move right into game 2.
and they're not opting to switch out of their characters. The Double Cloud is real. They're sticking with it, and they're moving to Town and City for Game 2. A very volatile choice, but I ultimately feel like this can work out very well for Green Team, despite how good of a stage this can be for both Marth and Bayonetta.
Absolutely. I mean, they do have great kill potential between the Double Clouds, obviously, with the finishing touch. But now you're giving Bayonetta the ability to get some earlier kills off the top with that up B string. So we're going to be seeing if Locus can manage to abuse that, manage to get out of that up air string coming in from. We see him going for the attempt right now, and he's definitely going to get it. That's going to be an early kill off the top at 63%. Very good for the red team starting off this match. But the finishing touch, the tried and true, is not going to kill, actually.
Back throw to finishing touch, not killing. Color me surprised, but honestly, red team's looking to make all of the surprises right now. Unfortunately, though, Locus just not coming back to the stage. So ultimately, it worked out.
Yeah,
it did get the kill.
Ended up evening itself out, but Pug's still sitting at restock 29%. Green team hasn't really been able to find a large opening on him so far to rack up some damage. Pug has just been abusing Vinnie over on the side, while Mr. E is currently trying to get away from Locus over there on the other side. Great coverage attempt coming in from both teams right now.
Green team maintaining full pressure, but Mr. E not able to get the kill off of the finishing touch. Vinnie's still sitting with his limit. I feel like as long as Green team manages to have limit on at least one Cloud, their pressure will not be alleviated.
Exactly. As long as you just have Cloud running around, exerts so much fear. Oh, great defense and the ability to save his teammate there, and nobody losing their stock in that whole situation. Pugwest still currently sitting at 3 stocks with 115% right now.
Yeah, that defensive playstyle that we've seen highlighted earlier in the day really coming out to play, but there's only so much defending you can do from limited cross slash.
No amount of DI in the world is going to save you from that cross slash at that percent, and them finally taking it out. Now Green team currently sitting with the lead, but that up air is going to take it out, and now Mr. E trying to make his way back, but it's going to get clipped by the fair, and Locus just putting the extra icing on the cake, make sure he had no angles whatsoever to try and come back. Good option there. Get out of dodge. Just go for the afterburner kick to go try and help Pugwest out on the left-hand side there.
I feel like making these little decisions to give up control just so you can help your teammate are what's also been helping Red Team, because this is an adaptation we have not seen from them the past several times we've seen them on stream. But it's been going leaps and bounds for them as we already see them up the game count and maintaining control here in the stocks.
And Green Team managed to take that stock out and even back up. But you're right, you see a lot of people who opt to just continue their 1v1s while their partner's in trouble. And that could end up leading to an unnecessary stock for your partner if you just ran over there and threw your body towards them so they freak out. But a lot of very well-composed players on screen, not really falling for a lot of that. Locus still continuing the string, almost getting the kill on Mr. E on the top.
He's looking like he's out of resources. He saves his last witch twist so he can get himself back to the stage.
Currently very scary situation. Here's one cross slash rip, and it gets the conversion on the up there just to make sure he definitely dies. And now we are looking at 100+% from both Clouds here, so it's still very scary. Locus trying to find his footing back onto center stage. Opts to throw an afterburner kick right into center over, not really scared.
Just sitting at the ledge, trying to figure out his opportunity to strike. Locus trying to wait patiently, but the back throw into the climb hazard is going to be the finisher, making sure there is zero room for error.
Welcome to the nightmare of everybody in Smash 4. 2 Clouds, both will limit. And
right at the ledge. That's just bad news.
Yep. At that point, you just got to sit there and wonder, like, do I take my controller and do I unplug it from the port? Or do I opt to jump in, get killed, and then unplug it? Because usually you're not coming out on top in that situation. But solid stuff. Green Team keeping themselves composed, which was looking like a very solid beginning of the game from Red Team there. But as we've seen, there's been a lot of back and forth coming out of both these teams.
Absolutely.
Nobody really dominating in any fashion.
We've seen before that Double Cloud can emit so much pressure just from its presence. But I feel like another value to Double Cloud showcasing why it's such a good team is because even when they're the ones who are sitting at a deep disadvantage, they can fight that back so well. They fight off of a disadvantage and can return to neutral and maintain so much presence on stage, especially when you have 2 of them, and especially so when they can maintain any sense of stage control for a little bit of time.
Yeah, Double Cloud being one of the few teams in the game where you kind of really, you stare at that 100+% and it doesn't really matter because when they have rage available to them and that cross slash, they can end up sealing out some really early kills that you weren't expecting. Also, Pug opting to go Lucina here on Lilat. Usually tends to go Lucina on Lilat, trying to get that earlier kill potential. Oh my goodness, this Vinnie going off on the right-hand side there. Red team both not being able to get back, and Pug still being buried off the side of the stage.
Well, that man got dunked into the blast zone. Straight trajectory, no tech. Green team trying to do what they can to at least leave a dent in this team. If they're going to be going blow for blow, sitting here in grand finals, you got to make sure that you're the one with the last laugh.
Yeah, red team. Oh, you know what? That wasn't what he wanted to definitely do, but he was trying to save him with some kind of hitbox. Maybe in there might have done it, or just an up B. Unfortunately, he's going to get a team kill on his teammate. He was definitely going to die no matter what.
Yeah, sometimes love hurts. Yeah, an effort was made.
So we're going to be continuing this, and Locus getting called out. It looked like he was trying to maybe go for a footstool. Unfortunately,
everyone's blowing up.
Everybody's dying, and we're looking at a 4-stock, 2-3 stock piece with the green team currently sitting completely fresh.
Now, while I do like the change in team composition from red team, and it definitely shows how much more kill power that they can provide on this because we don't have to worry about spacing, we don't have to worry about Pugwest's naturally defensive play style, I feel like that reckless abandon that they're charging in with is leading to a lot more depths on their side from each other, let alone the loosened defenses that are allowing green team to maintain all sense of control while battling.
I think green team's abusing what red team wants so bad, so well. They want the clouds off the side because they want to get those early gimp attempts. But as we're seeing, they're just not giving it to him, and green team looking super solid right now, sitting at 4 stocks to 2, while Pugwest is at kill percent to pretty much anything. Great defensive coverage, throws out a neutral beat, but Vinnie just gonna free fall to death, had no jumps available to him.
And that's going to be that.
That is super beneficial. You'll take that any day of the week because now Pug is going to die. Okay, now Pug's going to die because they never threw him. And now we're looking at a deficit. Winner's side, Mr. E and Vinnie up 2-1. They have no more mistakes available to them. They have to hammer it down. There's a lot of miscommunication coming in where they're going for the same option and hitting each other in exchange. That's not what you want against double crop. Last thing you want to do is give them the ability to kill you that much.
Right.
But we'll see if they can switch it out. Probably going to see a switch back to the Marth if we go anywhere about Lilat.
Yeah, I feel like we're not going to be seeing Lilat here in Game 4, and the Marth further proves that. But sitting here at tournament point, there needs to be a change in the game plan from these two. Red team is just faltering every step of the way. 1 step forward and 3 step back constantly because green team is able to adapt to how well they change. If I saw correctly on the screen as we transition, it was this Dreamland for the Game 4 pick.
I'm interested in the thought process coming out of red team here, giving a double cloud triplats, but you know what? If they haven't tried again, so maybe it'll work for them. Maybe they have some kind of brilliant ideas. Gonna get an early kill potential off the top, not gonna get it though. It's going to be huge for Locus to get that potential motivation and momentum started.
Yeah, but look at all of that damage he's managed to build on. And green team looking at an immediate loss right now. We have plenty of damage built onto one cloud minus a stock.
Yeah, as we're talking about this, red team is just kind of going off here and refusing to let green team get anything started. So forget everything we decided to say. Kind of burying him at the ledge right now. They'll calls out that spot dodge with that F smash, but it's a little too low percent, but good damage for damage to save.
I feel like the unorthodox ledge play that Dreamland brings us is actually going to hamper green team considerably when taking into consideration just how well they've been playing at the ledge all day. We've really shown that despite the combo pressure, despite all of the damage build, despite what Limit could bring, it's really Cloud's force at the ledge that has been bringing green team to victory time and time again.
Well, speaking of recovery attempts and all that good stuff coming in from Dreamland, actually getting called out, trying to go get that early edge guard attempt and going to up the early killing Locus off the top. Trying to go for it again. I wonder if he would have died today. Even though he was at 10%, he was really close to the blast zone. And that is a stock for Mr. E, and green team looking at their last 2 stocks buried behind a 5-2 stock lead.
Despite how dominant green team's been sitting with the momentum of this entire set, they really haven't been too dominant one game or the other. It's always been these close battles from red team. where they ultimately sit in the 2v1 and just can't hold out long enough. But here in Game 4, Red Team's barely looking awake.
Yeah, that was the hardest punish call that he could have came up with on that fully charged shield breaker, and once again just opting to run out of the blast. Put that one, bury it deep in your back pocket or in your backyard, wherever you can hide it, because you don't want. Just forget that game existed. Get some mental composure. Go into this Game 5, possibly winning this tournament.
Where was this Pugwest and Locus before? Where were they when they were struggling, trying to fight for their lives?
You know what it was? Because they heard us saying, "You going to Dreamland? Are y'all stupid?"
Yeah.
Like, no. We see you. Don't worry about
that
this.
that was a big brain option they picked, but that really proved that it worked out for them. And now bringing us into Game 5, right on the cusp of a bracket reset.
Yeah, they did exactly what you want to do against Double 5, and that's get them before that limit pops up. They were edge guarding them early. They were getting a lot of good conversions where they weren't previously. Did I just hear Lucina?
You did, and you heard the Lucina from Mr. E. It looks like we're going to be finally seeing Green Team pick off of the double cloud. He's sitting in dire straits as we move into Game 5, back to Final Destination.
Hey, man, after the way that last game went, I would have changed something up as well. And we're going to go right back on the FD and definitely getting a little bit safer coverage options as well as true guaranteed earlier kill percentage coming out from the Lucina. So I like the pick. But the reverse hit of Nair is accidentally going to take out his teammate. Locus currently sitting behind one stock already.
Green Team just trying to do what they can to continue to pressure Red Team. We're going to see, I feel a lot more of this particular dynamic is going to be with Mr. E trying to control center stage, force them to the whichever ledge Vinnie is looking to set up shop on. Because he wants that ledge to himself. He wants that to just be a conveyor belt of death for Red Team.
Yeah, I agree on that part because Vinnie has done such a great job of trapping people at the ledge, really smothering any idea whether they go for a get-up option or a jump. This is going to be a hard punish coming in from Pugwest on that. And Green Team, once again, sitting pretty far. I'm sorry. Only 4 stocks to 5. I thought that was 3 for a second, but still, great coverage and great mental composure it's looking like coming from the Red Team here.
Red Team not out of it just yet. We see a little bit of a reversal in positioning as Mr. E's trying to hold this ledge. Vinnie maintaining that center stage and it's forcing Locus to recover all the way out deep, way too far to be helping Pugwest, who's in dire need of assistance at the ledge.
Yeah, Pug is once again getting trapped as well. Another great player trapping at the ledge is Mr. E. Fantastic at it. And he just cannot touch this ground. He's been, okay, finally getting himself back on. Green Team getting a hard punish on that witch time attempt there, and evening his game back up.
Vinnie not going to be able to do much with that finishing touch. Instead, he's just going to be sitting here. Yet another dangerous situation. The late hit of that forward smash, bringing him off stage, but he gets himself back in there. Once again, back in position where he needs to be for his teammate.
Yeah, Locus eating a lot of unnecessary damage on the side there, going for like 4 attempts on dares, not coming out on top with any of them. And once again, goes for another one, and he's going to eat a hard punish, but still alive. Great coverage from Pugwest to get rid of Mr. E's stock, but all the stocks are just flying everywhere, and back down to 3 stocks apiece.
Now, even though Pugwest does have this reserve stock sitting there, Locus looks like he might be needing it shortly, sitting at 105, and we've seen just how aggressive now Green Team is looking to press their advantage state. Before, they were looking to just move with the flow, see how Double Cloud can force its hand on its own, but now, Mr. E is on the hunt. He is really looking there, teeth bared, to just dive in on the opposing team, really force their positioning, which is giving Vinnie a lot of time to properly position himself for the sake of getting these kills.
And as you saw, Vinnie kept trying to go for the early attempts to rack up damage on Pugwest, so that way, if he happened to die beforehand, then you're looking at a Locus with a lot of percent. And actually, he's going to take out his teammate, and now we're looking at a 1 stock apiece on everyone and see if they can come out on top. But right now, Green Team looking very well poised.
That one moment could be pivotal to seeing a bracket reset right now.
Oh, he gets the footstool, and that's going to be Vinnie's stock. And now we're looking at Mr. E in a 2v1 situation behind 101%.
Mr. E doesn't have time to beat himself up over lost stocks. Sitting in this 2v1 at 110%. Red Team going to be patiently waiting for their opportunity.
Trying to get the confirm off the up B tail end, but not going to get the hit. And waiting a long time to get the throw. Positioning was off, and hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them. Mr. E doing a great job keeping himself just out of range to not get punished. Still very much in this. It accidentally hits his teammate, but luckily for Pug, he didn't kill him. And just runs up and gets the up throw. And we are looking a little payback for hitting him before.
Honestly, I'd agree with Marth's reaction because we're looking at that bracket reset now.
So we're moving on back into the reset here. Pugwest and Locus yelling over at somebody, laughing stuff off. Mr. E and Vinnie not looking as happy.
No, Vinny's definitely looking tight perturbed right now. Man does not want to be seeing the fact that he's looking at an L next to his and Mr. E's name on that display.
Yeah,
but nonetheless,
it's been a very dominant run from them throughout the bracket so far today. Locus and Pugwest managing to get that W finally, and looking very, very much smoother over the last couple games. Their team conversion's a little better. Unfortunately, I mean, at the end there, he did hit his teammate a little bit. I think it was a little bit of nerves because that's your tournament life there.
Right.
But they were looking more solid. They had better mental awareness of bad situations, not letting anybody just kind of linger around. So hopefully they can go into this with that same momentum carrying forward.
So game 1 of the grand finals reset is going to be finding us on Final Destination, a tried and true setting for this day in general. But right out the bat, we're seeing a little bit of life revived into red team, and it's going to instantly cough itself right back out as Locus loses track of his resources with an unfortunate SD to mark the beginning of another bracket.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like possibly maybe just a little bit of mental, like not paying attention too much to all the resources he had available, and he's currently blowing an early stock. Trying to get to early kills off of Mr. E on the side there, but wasn't able to get the conversion on the top.
The ledge once again being the calling card of red team, doing what they can to funnel the pressure into the ledge, do what they can, net those kills, and green team trying to reverse every situation along the way.
Yeah, unfortunately getting the finishing touch of his own teammate there, and now we're looking at a relatively even game. That fair, luckily, was on the complete other side of the stage, otherwise we would have been looking at a stock just barely able to make it back.
Yeah, Vinny's been doing an excellent job of maintaining this stock, sitting at 154 and honestly just being jungled the entire way through. He's had very little presence outside of being able to secure the first kill, or rather the pressure leading into it.
Mr. E able to take that, yet another stock off of Locus. That early SD looking very large right now, sitting behind 5-4. The Pugwest currently sitting at 119. Tries to go get it. That was great coverage by Vinnie, because as you saw, Pugwest was trying to go cover that side B, and Vinnie was just waiting for him to pull the trigger. And now we're looking at a large deficit here, but finally getting rid of Vinnie's first stock there is Pugwest.
Excellent air dodge read, showcasing that green team is wide and awake. They are not looking to see this go to another game 5. But red team doing what they can to pressure off stage. We've seen a lot of these battles just be a slobber knocker from ledge to ledge, but once we reach the ledge, all the intelligent play comes forth from both of these teams.
Opted the forward throw rather than back to get punished by Mr. E there. He is sitting at 92%, so with Lucina on board, that can kill really early. Good coverage by Pugwest there, trying to go get the edge guard on. Oh, it almost gets the call out with that up smash there. And the up throw is going to take it, but Pugwest also going to go down. We're looking at 2-3 right now.
A very unusual team kill. There was no particular reason for Locus having to back air there. But nonetheless, it brings us into a situation where green team looking a little bit better, but not on their own merits. We're seeing them just be played around with. I'm starting to think that this Lucina pick might not be the best option.
Yeah, I think that up B is going to go take out Locus on the side there. Now Pug looking at a 2-1 situation, currently behind 3-1. Gets the footstool. We're going to see another one. And here we go. You're going for a ride. Oh, does not get the sweet spot on the gear, though. But that was a lot of damage that Pugwest took. And he's going to just get clipped on his jump. And that's going to be game 1.
So, ultimately, blows left and right. No one really having control over there. But there was a good amount of this in that last 15 seconds. We saw red team really bring it together.
Yeah, green team.
And then,
green team looking way more composed towards the end there, especially when they realized that they had the advantage with Locus blowing their early stock, which loomed huge because that didn't allow them to play as passive as they normally do. The red team is normally doing well when they're the ones on defense. When green team has to approach, they've been succeeding. But unfortunately, you end up blowing stocks like that, and now you have to overcommit. But still, 4 more games possibly to play. Very much not out of it.
We see the hand hovering over the player for chip. Now, that being as that's Vinnie, very interested to see if we could possibly see another one of Vinnie's characters at some point. Keep in mind, he does, of course, have his signature Sheik and a very well-trained Rosalina.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen the Sheik pop up at any point, but then again, it's Cloud. So it's like, do you want to kill? Do you not want to kill? Pick your poison. But we are going to see the swap back onto Ryu here. Locus finally dropping the option for Bayonetta, but it is Town and City, so I'm sure that once he saw that, his eyes probably bulged up very high, like, yes, this is, I definitely going to pick this here because you get a lot of early kills on the top.
Yeah, this is a very big opportunity for Red Team to further assert themselves here in Grand Finals. The stage very heavily benefiting both Marth and Ryu. However, we've seen time and time again, Vinnie loves this stage. He performs so well on it with his entire roster of characters. And, of course, Mr. E, no slouch in his performance on Town and City, being able to make use of the multitude of layouts from the platforms that we see, as well as the pseudo Final Destination phase.
Yeah, good defense coming in from Mr. E there to Vinnie to get Mr. E a little bit safe as soon as he's getting buried. And the conversion is actually going to come in and get the up smash kill onto Locus there. Locus going to get the up tilt into the back air, though, and take out the stock and even this game back up. Smart option on both Mr. E and Pug there to just jump away. Trying to go for the back here, didn't get anything though. Now Locus currently stuck between two swordsmen trying to get his footing again. Mr. E with some extra weight going on over there. Unfortunately going to get clipped by the back end of the Nair. Position himself back off stage. And dash attack still not going to kill.
No, but that forward smash, going to be able to take things out. Pugwest making sure that he is alive on the board. Excellent SDI from Mr. E, bringing himself back into the stage. He's staying alive at 149 in counting, but that is pickings for Red Team as from down deep, Pugwest manages to bring the stock deficit to a stock favor very quickly.
Pugwest doing a great job once again of just holding on to these stocks. Locus dying relatively. Never mind, even it right back up.
Commentator's care is so real in this set. Real talk, we've had to correct ourselves like 20 times.
I said that's the key. You try to say something nice, you try to be kind to somebody, give them a little bit of praise, and then you watch it, they get obliterated off stage.
Like, that's how it be sometimes.
One lightning smash in that finishing touch not gonna hit. Would have been clean to get that kill on the Locus and force the share stock situation. Locus going for an edge guard attempt there, trying to get him maybe jumping off the ledge with the down air. Or punish on the recap, but did not get it. Pugwest still doing a good job once again, kind of holding on to his stock here, but so is Mr. E.
Yeah, you're really good at this, man.
I said, commentator's compliment. I said something nice about you, we'll be seeing this.
One way or the other, Mr. E trying to do what he can at the ledge, but ultimately it looks like he's left in the 2v1 situation. A stock deficit, stock in reserve sitting there for Red Team, and it's going to have to be used. Mr. E looking on the hunt, see if he can end out Pugwest and have an even fight with Locus.
Trying to go for possibly an air dodge read there into the down air, but Mr. E not giving it to him. And Pugwest able to just kind of linger back here with this 98%. Locus with a relatively fresh stock. Mr. E doing a good job of going in here and actually gets the back air and reverses the situation, putting it at a one stock apiece, 1v1.
Now, sitting here in the 1v1 with Locus, we've seen E time and time again able to perform this both in singles as well as doubles. He is no stranger to this particular matchup, and the way that he's been piloting around with Lucina right now, I'm going to have to second guess my statement about if this pick is working out. He's looking to finesse Red Team right now.
Yeah, Mr. E has been looking immaculate so far, keeping Locus just out of range to not really get anything started. He's playing at max distance to not get clipped by any up tilt, and forcing Locus to have to come in. And now look at this, we're sitting at a 92 to 111%. But if you can manage to get him off stage, like he has been doing, not going to get the full conversion off of that side B. Well, a very stressful situation coming in from both players right now. Oh, that's a hard. Oh, he actually manages to get out of that with the perfect shield, and the falling up air is not going to take it though.
It's going to be leaving Locus in a very dangerous situation, sitting at 145. However, not able to follow over the Nair to cover for the lack of a Shorty kill.
Locus trying to find a way to end this stock. Mr. E going to be fishing for that up throw kill very soon. He has to be very careful. I guess the jab into the up tilt, and Mr. E is going to put this up 2 games over Locus. Yeah, Locus and Pugwest.
So, In the first set of grand finals, we saw that Locus and Pug refused to die. They were going back and forth. It was game after game after game. Here, we might be looking at a 30 and a handshake.
Yeah, the way that Mr. E, in particular, like Vinnie has been looking consistent throughout. But Mr. E swapped to this Lucina, night and day. Like they have not really been able to find a true answer to the pressure that he's been exerting and the kill potential that he brings to the table now, not needing any limit available to him. He just won that 2v1 very solidly too.
Most definitely. His performance out there looking excellent. His ability to space at max distance with Nair, to threaten at every possible way while still being incredibly safe is providing so much to Green Team's sense of utility. Yes, we've seen that Cloud can perform so well in doubles thanks to how big his kit is, but with the select tools that we've seen E perform with from Lucina's aerial normals, so much has been able to be achieved from Green Team.
As we saw even before with the usage of the focus attack to get out of that jungle, Mr. E immediately covered with another aerial. The Green Team's team combos have been doing so well, but as we all know, that kill potential from Ryu still very much something to be frightened about.
Yeah, where Green Team is a lot more consistent in their kill power, Red Team is a lot more specialized, both in their spacing and the kind of stage presence that both of them carry. And it's a very distinct dichotomy between these two, and I feel like with Town City remaining the stage, it's very possible for this to flop into a favor of Pugwest and Locus as these stocks are flopping all over the screen. Hello.
Started off with the focus stack in center stage. Great defense on Pugwest there, or assist to keep Locus alive when she was getting ready to free fall. Locus and Mr. E both holding on to their stocks right here, and Pugwest not getting the full tipper to get able to get him on the other side of the stage. Just throwing out a bunch of down tilts, trying to get the early game on Vinnie. Great job on Mr. E to get that counter and reverse the situation. Unfortunately, a backer coming in, hitting his teammate, but he's going to throw out the up air. Red Team is doing a great job of extending lives that they do not deserve.
You know, shout outs to Pugwest being voted best basketball in all of New England and getting juggled left and right. Nary a care in the world. There's really nothing that Red Team can do, and ultimately that stock is done for. That's what happened when you just succumb to so much pressure so quickly, so violent too.
Yeah, as what Red Team was doing well before, it's kind of disappeared now. They are able to get that kill off of Mr. E there. Well, Green Team looking so poised just to take this game. They want to run this out now. But get juggled a bunch by Mr. E. Pugwest over there is Mr. E. They're able to get out of the situation. That's a hard punch, but luckily he was in close enough to the stage not to get spiked there.
Yeah, we're not looking to have any tragedies here in Game 3. Green Team really earning their keep, though. But you see that Red Team is certainly not out of it just yet. Stock count looking 3-2.
The potential they have available to them. You don't want to feel comfortable with Pugwest running around with all this rage for a tipper F smash, or potentially a true sure you can upkill kill off the top. But now we're looking at a 2v1 situation, and that true sure you can actually did not take that stock out.
Things looking pretty dire for Locus. I'm not going to front. But he's going to make it count. You know, why do we even try sometimes?
It's like every time something seems dire, they just immediately come through and deliver. It's like, no, I got you.
These men speak with their moves. They paint a picture with their characters.
You're seeing right now, Locus trying to get through, sitting at 131.7%. Could die to pretty much anything, and Mr. E not getting conversion, but does get the second hit of Nair, and that's going to be it. Mr. E and Vinnie winning the reset 3-0, 30 in a handshake, like you said, over them. Very much happy about that after the way that first one went, because I definitely did not think that, you know, that was going to be that easy after that last reset.
Yeah, that was quite a statement from Vinnie and E. They were showing